Hello everyone. Thank you for watching the previous video of integration series and other videos. So in continuation to previous integration videos, in this video we will discuss about direct REST web services. So as word suggests, direct means we are directly sharing the endpoint of the target table. So target table, I hope you all understand. The table in which we basically want to create records or update the records or delete the records from or query the records from. So let's say if Jira need to create the incident in ServiceNow and you want Jira to create the incident in your incident table. So now as you will be the inbound or publisher of the web service, you will have to share the endpoints. So if both team decides to use the direct web services, our direct web services have very kind of limited things and many limitations where you cannot like manipulate the data in between. It will be like whatever the data will come from the client that will sit inside the field. So clients should or by default send the kind of supported data. So like if we talk about reference field. So in reference field, the SysID will be required, and in the choices, the backend value will be required. So clients should be able to send the uh, final data, basically, which ServiceNow data type accepts, ServiceNow field data type accepts. So because we don't have any intermediate thing to interrupt from ServiceNow side, so the data should be in the final format from the client itself. So let's say I just want to create a incident. So first, as I have explained in my previous video, I need to share endpoints of my incident. So I will go to the REST API Explorer, and what I will do, I will select Table API, and then I will select Post, and then I will select table here as incident. Okay, and then request body and format I will keep it as JSON. Then I will put here like I want short description as test record. I will put caller as, let's say, system administrator. I will put description as test record description. Maybe I will say category as software. Now, what I will do, I will send so that I can check whether my API is working or not. Yes, it's working. Now, what I will do, I will share this endpoint and JSON with my third party tool. So here, I don't have Jira. So what I will do, I will be using the Postman to showcase you this thing. So I am in Jira Wizard. So in Jira, I can select the method post as post of my incident API, and then I can put my endpoint here, and I will get my JSON as well, which we generated through REST API Explorer, and we will go to the body section, and here we can select raw. We will put the Yes, sir. If you want it to be formatted properly, maybe you can select format it. So this Postman API is a kind of third-party tool or Jira for me for the time being. Then I have provided these. Then coming to I have to provide authorization, because if now I will try to send it, it will give me an error. See, this is some many errors. So because I didn't define any content type, so I will have to define content type here. And here I will say applications JSON. Now let's again try. So now it is giving me the error like user is not authenticated, because I require authentication. So I will have to like provide authentication detail. So for that part, we need to create a user in ServiceNow so that we can authenticate. So we need to go to user table, and let's create a user here. Let's say we will create as I will put test. So user. I will set the password something. I will save this. Detail are no longer access to read. Why? I can try it. By default settings on value to my browser. Okay, let me use AbleTutor. So you have to create obviously a valid user. So I am using for the time being AbleTutor. So let me first set some password for AbleTutor. Let's switch to Postman, and I will go to authorization. I will use here basic. So as per your defined like method of authentication, you can use like OAuth or basic. So here I am going to use AbleTutor credential. Now I will try to send again. So see, incident is created, and this is what I got as a response. So basically by default, table API return you full field detail of that particular incident which is created. So if I see this response, here is my number in the response. So if the third party tool or Jira want to save this particular number for future reference, they may get it from the response and save it. Now let's just go to ServiceNow again and see whether this incident is created or not. So I will go to incident table. Okay, I will go to open incidents. and then I will search for this number. So incident is here. Let's open it. So it's created like test record, but few things if you see it's not populated. So like I can't see the caller. I can't see caller here because it expect the sys but we provided the name. So this is where this gives you the limitations because you cannot do any manipulation and third party tool doesn't know the sys of user. So this is where this direct web services are limited. So you can use it in like simple use cases and where the client is able to send you the required value like which basically target table of ServiceNow accepts. So thank you for watching the video. You may also try to practice it, and you can also try to integrate two ServiceNow instances, or you can try it through Postman. So this is how you do the web services integration using the direct REST web service. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will be coming with next video. Thank you.